Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers. It's Luke here, and just a quick review of that fantastic game that's just finished 4-0 to West Ham against Norwich. The team's come out very attacking lineup, which was nice to see. Antonio, Benrahma, Fornells, Bowen, all in there. And as I said before the game, when I did my preview this morning, I was a little bit nervous because you never know what you're going to get with these teams that have, already gone down. They've got nothing to fear and they can just, play and think about next season. That's definitely the worst team we've seen this season, the worst team we've played. That they were awful, Norwich today. They really, really were. They fought and tried for patching the game, but when we actually got passing the ball and stuff, they couldn't get anywhere near us. We were really, really good for our money today. A good professional performance and a performance we needed, and an important win that puts that pressure on Man United. Man United got 2-week rest now. So have actually Palace. They don't actually play now till that last game of the season, so they've got 2 weeks. Who knows? Who knows? Like I said, we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. So we started quite well. Obviously, Benny got the first goal. How it went in, I don't know. Obviously, he shot the ball and Crowd just sort of messed up the save, didn't he? Low down. Good to see Benny scoring again. He's been frustrating the last sort of few months, and just if he can end the season with a few goals, it keeps him, keeps him in the thoughts. I expect him to be there next season. We'll see. Moyes is still iffy about him, and I'm iffy about him as well. He did score. It's against Norwich, which no disrespect, is not the hardest team in the world, but I would expect that there'd be someone else on that left-hand side next season, and it's whether Benrahma, he's prepared to fight for that place. But yeah, good. Always good to see him score. Second goal was from Antonio. Well overdue a goal in the Premier League. Again, just mix up at the back, and it was an open goal for him to put it in. Again, good to see him score. Unfortunately, it looks like he's picked up a little bit of a knock. He went off injured, along with a couple of others. Obviously, Dawson went off as well. And Benny went off himself, not before scoring his second goal, which was a really, really well taken goal. Bowen with his second assist of the game, going down that right hand side, crossed it in low. Benrahma with the first time shot, really, really, really good finish, top goal. 3-0 up, fantastic. We had some really good chance. Fornells had a good chance. We had a few, half chances here and there. It could have been like 5, 6, 7 today. Second half started. Obviously, again, a few little half chances here and there, but then obviously Lanzini got the penalty. Dawson went up for the header, and then Sorensen hit it with his hand, went over to VAR, and the penalty was given. I was surprised that Benrahma didn't step up. It would have been nice to see him get a hat-trick. There's not many times that West Ham players get hat-tricks. And it would have been back-to-back visits to Carrow Road where a player has got an hat-trick for West Ham. Obviously, Antonio last year. Wasn't to be. Lanzini stepped up. Really good penalty. Happy for Manu. Again, another player that hopes there next season. But there are rumours about him, wanting to go back to River Plate and back to Argentina and stuff like that. But I hope not. I think, Manu's still got quite an important role to play at West Ham. A player that maybe a year or so ago we were sitting there thinking he's finished after the injury. He wasn't really on top form, and this season he's proved that there's still a role for him to play at West Ham. And he's definitely a player I'd like to see. That all these discussions, they're there to be added, videos to be made at a later date. But yeah, it's a good win. Like I said, when Dawson went off, Rice fielding at centre back, he did well, looked solid. Like I say, they didn't really offer much of a threat. Pukki went through at the end, hit it straight at Fabianski. They did have a goal disallowed as well. Bit of a flat, but rightly disallowed. They didn't really offer much, to be honest with you. And it was, this is a win we needed. Puts us on 55 points now. 2 games to go. Obviously, Manchester City next week. My only hope for that game is that it is Mark Noble's last ever home game. Atmosphere will be raucous, and hopefully a real sort of celebration and a send-off for him, and also a celebration of the season in general. This win should be enough. With Wolves' games, I know Wolves got that good result against Chelsea, but Chelsea are a bit all over the place now. Towards the end of the season, probably thinking about that takeover now. Obviously, Wolves, I believe, have still got to play Manchester City and Liverpool, so tough games. And hopefully, they just don't do enough now. And Europa Conference League should be, like I say, should be more or less guaranteed now. It's just whether we get that little bit of luck now. If Palace can do a job on Manchester United, it is at Selhurst Park. Palace are a good team. They're a very good team. Man United, they don't really care. They'll probably, be on the beach. I'm hoping, and if Brighton can do it, then so can Palace. Definitely can, and I would definitely be a Palace fan on the day of the last game of the season. Obviously, then we've got Brighton last game. Again, very good team. Showed that yesterday. Really entertaining team to watch. And they are a bogey team for us. That's my only put off for that. That worries me is they are a bit of a bogey team for us. But we've got to believe. If there's a chance to go there. And get Europa League football, which all we can do is win our games and hope that results go our way. Then yeah, it's something to look forward to. It's credit to the boys as well. Again, a reflection of the season, and I've said this for a couple of years now, that progress for me was being able to say you're still competing and have something to play for at the end of the season. And I'm not saying relegation, because we've had them situations for years. It's, we can still get Europa League, or we can still get Conference League, or last season we can still get top 4. It's that, you're still competitive in May. It means your season still means something, and it doesn't just dwindle off, which is nice. We know now that we're in it now to the last game of the season. To the last game of the season, we're in it for a potential place in that Europa League, which for me is huge credit to them boys, and a huge credit to the the backroom staff and everyone involved with West Ham to have a Europa League campaign that goes one step away from the final and still be well competing to potentially get in Europe again in a top 6 finish in a tough league. Yes, teams have had off seasons. Man United's been off this season. You'd expect a Leicester to be better next year, Wolves, etc., and Newcastle to go again next year. That's why it's really crucial, that we could get some sort of European football going forward and invest. These are all videos for the summer, but there's all these little things that need to start, coming into plan now. There's a real good squad there. There is some changes, there is some beefing up to do, and there is some upgrades to do, but I do believe that Moyes has got everything he can out of this team, and now it's time to, trust him to do some more, and absolute credit to him and the boys today. My man of the match, I'll give it to Ben Rama for the 2 goals. Like I say, unfortunately, it looks like he probably has done something quite bad to his ankle. Out of all the injuries today, his one did look the worst. So hopefully, he can get back for next season and pre-season and stuff now. No point playing him now. Unless he is okay. Hopefully Dawson's one's not too bad as well. But Zuma and Diop can do a job in there. And Antonio, I don't think it was that bad. I think with a week's rest, he will be okay as well. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm glad I brought you a win today. Until next time, which is Man City and Mark Noble's last game, which will be a real emotional affair. Come on, you irons. Enjoy your week. Let's go.